Imagine you're sitting in school. The teacher says, "Everyone, take out a piece of paper." You open your backpack and suddenly realize paper doesn't exist. No notebooks, no textbooks, no newspapers, no money, no cardboard, no toilet paper, nothing. At first, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but then you realize something terrifying. How would you write your homework? How would governments keep records? How would scientists save their discoveries? How would books even exist? The truth is, for most of human history, humans lived in exactly that world, a world without paper. So how did they survive? Let's travel back over 40,000 years, long before cities, long before kings, long before schools. Humans still wanted to leave messages behind, but without paper, they had to become creative. The very first pages weren't pages at all. They were cave walls. Early humans used charcoal from burned wood, colored minerals, and even animal blood to paint giant pictures inside caves. They drew animals, hunting scenes, families, mysterious symbols. These weren't just drawings, they were stories, warnings, and memories. Some of those paintings are still visible today, after surviving for tens of thousands of years. But cave walls had one huge problem. You couldn't carry them. Imagine trying to bring an entire cave to school. Obviously, that wasn't going to work. As civilizations became larger, people needed something portable. Around 5,000 years ago, the people of Mesopotamia found another solution. Instead of writing on stone, they wrote on clay. Soft clay was shaped into flat tablets. Then scribes used sharp reed sticks to press tiny symbols into the wet clay. After the tablet dried under the sun, the writing became permanent. It was a brilliant invention, until someone had to carry it. A single clay tablet could weigh several kilograms. Imagine carrying 20 of those in your backpack every morning. Your homework would weigh more than you. Clearly, humanity still needed something better. Then came ancient Egypt. Near the banks of the Nile River grew a tall green plant called papyrus. One day, someone had a clever idea. What if we could write on this plant? Workers sliced the papyrus stem into long, thin strips. They laid the strips side by side, placed another layer across them, pressed everything together, then left it to dry. The plant's natural juices acted like glue. The result was something incredible. A light, flexible, smooth writing surface. Papyrus was born. For the first time, people could roll their writing into scrolls. Books became possible. Governments kept records. Merchants tracked business. Libraries slowly appeared. Egypt became famous for exporting papyrus throughout the ancient world. But papyrus wasn't perfect. It cracked easily. It hated moisture. And it only grew in certain places. That made it expensive. Meanwhile, other civilizations experimented with different materials. Some wrote on bamboo strips. Others carved words into wooden boards. Many used animal skins. These specially treated skins became known as parchment. Parchment was strong, durable, and lasted for centuries. But there was one serious problem. Making a single book required the skins of dozens of animals. Imagine needing an entire herd of sheep just to print one textbook. Books became incredibly expensive. Only kings, rich merchants, and temples could afford them. For ordinary people, knowledge remained out of reach. Then, everything changed. Around the year 105 AD, in ancient China, an imperial court official named Kai Lun looked at the materials around him and asked a simple question. What if paper could be made from waste? Instead of expensive plants or animal skins, he gathered old fishing nets, tree bark, hemp fibers, worn-out cloth, even old rags. Everything was chopped into tiny pieces, mixed with water, and beaten into a soft pulp. The watery mixture was poured onto a flat screen. As the water drained away, only a thin layer of fibers remained. The sheet was pressed, dried under the sun, and suddenly, the world's first true paper appeared. It was lightweight, cheap, easy to make, and surprisingly strong. It was one of the greatest inventions in human history. But China kept the secret. For hundreds of years, almost nobody outside China knew how paper was made. The secret was so valuable, it was carefully protected. Then, history took an unexpected turn. In 751 AD, Chinese craftsmen were captured after a famous battle. Among them were skilled papermakers. Their knowledge spread westward. Soon paper mills appeared across Central Asia, then the Middle East, then Europe. And with every new paper mill, knowledge spread faster. Books became cheaper, schools became larger, ideas traveled farther than ever before. Then came another invention that changed everything again: the printing press. Before it existed, every single book had to be copied by hand, one page at a time. One mistake could ruin weeks of work. But once printing presses and paper worked together, books could be produced by the thousands. Knowledge exploded. Scientists shared discoveries. Students learned faster. Newspapers informed entire cities. The modern world had begun. But paper kept evolving. Factories replaced handmade sheets. Huge machines produced kilometers of paper every single hour. Instead of old rags, manufacturers discovered they could use wood from trees. Logs were turned into tiny wood chips, mixed with water and chemicals, ground into pulp, pressed, heated, dried, rolled, cut, and packaged. Today, one modern paper factory can produce enough paper in a single day to fill hundreds of libraries. Yet paper itself continues to evolve. We have waterproof paper, recycled paper, glossy paper, cardboard, sticky notes, photo paper, even paper made from stone or bamboo to reduce the number of trees being cut down. And while many people now read on phones, tablets, and computers, paper is still everywhere. Books, receipts, money, packaging, school notebooks, restaurant menus, birthday cards, even the box your phone came in started as paper. Think about that. One simple invention, made from water and plant fibers, helped preserve history, spread knowledge across continents, inspired scientific discoveries, educated billions of people, and changed civilization forever. So the next time you tear a piece of paper from your notebook, remember, you're holding one of humanity's greatest inventions, something so ordinary today, yet once so revolutionary, that it completely transformed the world.